Okay, it's 7 o'clock, so we will call the meeting to order and begin by pledging allegiance to the flag and all it stands for. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Haines. Here. White. Fuller. Here. Powers.
Here.
Bender. Present. Okay, I will entertain a motion to set the agenda.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Are there any additions or deletions or move things around? Okay, motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the August 12, 2021 Select Board meeting.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Any corrections or deletions? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes of August 12th, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Motion to approve the tax map maintenance contract with CAI Technologies in the amount of $1,725.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
That is, our tax maps are hanging up over there in that corner.
I guess now that we've been motioned, we're in for discussion at this point?
Yeah.
Yep. Now, they were going to correct some of the failures of the last...
And,
or some of the, I mean, completely wrong.
right, they're gonna update them. All work shall be done according to tax map maintenance proposal dated August 23, 2021. And, got it?
Well, this is the same one we had talked to Maureen about, correct? Yeah, when at the meeting. And so when are they going to actually...
Start working on it?
Yeah.
I guess as soon as we...
And the listers have corrections in their files that
Right.
people have notified them, and other people who
And they put
are
in-
aware of anything screwed up on it should notify them so that we can hopefully get them somewhat corrected.
And they put in the changes of owners.
Right.
There was another option to put buildings on there, but that was more money. It was so much a parcel. And so,
Well, I think if everyone would be happy as long as the borders are in
exactly.
the right area. I mean,
Exactly.
buildings aren't,
No.
Ask a question. Does this have to do with the listers that we got the notice in our taxes that are coming around?
No. That's the reappraisal. This is just those maps that are hanging up over there to update those.
Okay, how does this listers, when they come around, how does that work? Because they've been to our house 3 times since we've lived there. And we've gone from 1,500 plus or minus square footage, now we're up to 18. And
Well,
we
that
haven't
would be
built anything.
something, it's an outside
Like,
firm.
How do they determine, I mean, how can it, I knew it was more than 1,500, that's when we bought it, that was just on the thing, but the second one, we were up to 17, and the third one...
Oh, you're saying your property boundaries?
No, you're talking your
the
house.
Talking the
Square
house. So it's an outside firm, Nimerick, that is coming around to do it. They've already started over on the west side, and they're working their way this way, so we'll be last.
But how are we gonna know? Like I said,
They
we've
will
got
send-
3 different,
They will send you a card when they're coming, and, you set up a meeting with them and explain to them.
And if it's wrong, just point it out to
the
them.
last one we had, or not the last one, the second one, George Stone, he was still alive, and he came over and said, when did you build a 10 by 10 square foot room in your house? Because that's what they put on it, that we had that much more, and we haven't added a thing.
But that's not to do with this, that's the real. That's the real
That would be a
person.
listers or...
So that, as I said, that'll be coming up. They probably will not get to this side of town till maybe like June or so.
Okay.
And as I said, you'll get a postcard and
Do I tell them that was what
Absolutely.
happened in the past and
Absolutely.
we want an accurate, what
You
it
should-
actually is?
You should be able to get them to measure it while you're right there and
Right.
tell you right then, so that you know. I mean, because they'll take their tape and measure the house.
Is it somewhere between 1,500 and 1,800?
Yeah.
well, shouldn't
Oh,
be
that'd be
too
a
hard
good
to
time to
figure
ask.
out. And they've got all kinds of cool little devices that shoot lines and whatnot.
They probably don't use tape measures anymore.
I don't think so. So, okay, so back to the services for updating the tax maps. Is there any more discussion?
Now, is it the listers, or are you the contact with them for any issues with this, or are they
The
just?
listers.
The listers, so,
No,
so anyone who
we
wants.
just control the money.
Yeah, well, I didn't know, with the contract, if, it's so the listers are the ones that are talking.
You were here, right, when the guy came? Didn't the two of us meet with him, that fellow from New Hampshire? Or was it just me and the listers?
Just doing the listers, because
Okay.
Maureen gave us an overview of it afterwards.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know if there was anybody else that, and just for public information, that, they should contact the listers if they're
Oh,
concerned
yeah,
with
no,
where the tax maps are out
it's not a spot for
of,
it. Right.
where they're not correct. Because
Had
if,
them now for, close to 10 years, so.
right, and they've been wrong for
Oh, yeah.
10 years. So now that we got a new firm, I would think everybody who knows that they've been wrong.
Yeah, this firm bought the other firm.
Right.
So I have a question.
Yes.
We're gonna update them. Is it gonna be like an annual thing or just to get them up to date now?
This is mostly a maintenance program.
Yeah, it's a maintenance.
So the maintenance end and the updating, like he said, would be new.
So it's 4/1/2021 to 3/31/2022, so it's a 1 year.
Okay.
Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the contract, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, motion carries unanimously. I will sign this and pass it around. Okay, the next item on the agenda is a motion to request TD Bank, N.A., to resign as trustee of the Katherine T. Griffith Trust under will and appoint Trust Company of Vermont as successor trustee.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, to give some background on this, Katherine T. Griffith, in her will, left a trust that provides income on a yearly basis to the town of Danby, the town of Mount Tabor, the Danby Mount Tabor Fire District 1, the Silas Griffith Library, the Mount Herman School, and the First Congregational Church of Danby. So this has been done by different banks over the years, and one bank buys another. For instance, it used to be First Vermont Bank, then that was bought by TD Bank. It's gotten to the point where the fees at TD Bank are in some cases like 3 times what some of the beneficiaries get. So the various groups that are beneficiaries had a meeting with the probate court and requested that the probate court assign the trusteeship to the Trust Company of Vermont, who also administers the Silas Griffith Trust funds. They charge less, they seem to get better returns on the money. So as part of this process, the various organizations have to pass a motion. For instance, the fire district did that at a meeting back in August. And I know the library's having a meeting, the church has on a meeting agenda coming up on Sunday, so we need to get a motion.
I made a motion.
Right, I mean, so that's the history of it. So I trust everybody's...
Sounds like a good move.
Right. There was also an option of dissolving the trust, but once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sad. So, any other discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, motion carries unanimously. Motion to accept with regret the resignation of Laurie Phillips from the Danby Highway Department as of September 17th, 2021.
I'll make the motion, we accept Laurie's resignation.
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
I have a question.
Yes.
What's the plan?
Oh, we've got applicants, and I mean, don't worry, the town's not gonna end.
Oh, I'm not worried about the town ending, but I know we've been trying to hire a 3rd person
Yeah.
for a year now, and that hasn't happened.
No, we're okay. Unless you want to volunteer out.
Maybe my CDL, sure.
You guys are confident we didn't fill one position, but you're confident in filling 2 before winter?
No problem.
Yeah, no, Greg, I'm not that I think we're okay.
Worst case, you got 3 of us here that can plow, so.
We have a backup plan anyway.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what
Yeah, the backup plan is we all are qualified.
I didn't get your mailbox last year.
I avoided most mailboxes for the 2 years I plowed, so.
What's that?
Somebody buried it pretty deep.
Well, it was a deep snow.
Okay, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
that's my assumption. But
Okay, so now we will have the road commissioner's report.
Well, we're finishing up our project up on Colvin Hill, which included the brush cutting and the ditching. The brush cutting's probably gonna get slowed down for a little bit, and we're gonna keep trying to get our grading done, which is fine. I mean, a one-man crew for a week or two, we'll probably get most of our fall grading started. And that's about it.
Up on Scottsville, does that ledge need hammer where it was sticking out, or is that just gonna stay that way?
Well, I mean,
was just-
yeah,
I was
no,
curious.
and
I
it's
didn't
one
know.
of them things where it's getting neck down.
Yeah.
Right there. It probably should be hammered eventually. I don't know if it's, the only good thing is if we do it under the grant, we'll get paid for it under the grant. So if we are gonna take it out, we should take it out. Well, we're still under the grant for the
Yeah,
ditch.
hammer, huh?
Yeah, but I think we'd have to go through the motions of
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Old business. The planning board has requested that if we have any topics that we would like them to address, that we let them know.
As far as what, for them to address?
Yeah, just because we're gonna resume meeting in October.
Oh, nice.
So, I was just gonna contact everybody and see if anything's been brought to their attention, and then if there's anything you guys would like us to discuss. Because it'll be 7th, the first Thursday of October, we'll have meeting, so. I just didn't know if there's anything you guys wanted us to discuss.
I don't know, I can't think of anything right off, but I'm glad you guys are meeting this month coming up.
Summertime.
Now, where are you having it? Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Is it open to the public?
Yep.
You let it come in as
Yeah, I'll make sure,
It's at
Robin will post the link.
6 o'clock?
We don't
Yeah.
have a computer, so.
Okay, I'll let Rick know. It'll be 6 o'clock on the 7th. As long as we're all still copacetic with that, but I'll let Rick know for you.
All right, thank you.
Any other old business?
I don't know if this applies to old business or new business. I'm new at this political thing.
I think maybe you have public comment.
Is that, okay, I'm representing a few different people here who aren't able to be here.
Yeah, that'll be public comment, which we'll get to
Yeah,
in
but it's
just a minute. Is there any new business? Okay, public comment.
Okay, like I said, a lot of people have been calling me, I don't know why, about having the, what do you call it, virtual meetings again online because of the spike in COVID. And a lot of people aren't able to come because of that. They want to know why they're not bringing it back. And if you might have noticed in the newspaper on August 24th, there was a nice article about break is over. And it said that virtual meetings have been working very well and should be included. And we would like to have them brought back so that more people could attend. And one of the reasons that they want to be able to contribute is on the meeting on the July 15th, you had discussed ARPA funds that are supposed to be coming to the town of Danby. Hello, anybody?
Yeah, they're supposed to be coming. We've had a thing saying they will be coming at some point, but that's all we've heard.
Okay, so you did call them before the...
Yeah, we get a letter about it. It's just, we'll hear more about it. We've heard nothing about what we're getting or when.
Okay, and also people want to know how are they going to be used when you do get them, depending on how much. I mean, the town, since it's coming to the town of Danby, is it going to be used, I mean, are we going to have input on how it's going to be used, or is it just going to be the select board deciding how it's going to be used?
I think we
Or
haven't done anything because we don't know what we're getting.
But I'm saying when you do get it, how are you
Well, I would
gonna
assume we
determine-
always listen to the public. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, we
someone
make the
would look for
decision.
comment on where, because it's bonus
It's not
money
gonna
to
be
the
just
town.
up to the select board or members of the
Well, the
town.
decision will be up to the select board, but the, public comment, or, where
We would
people
take-
think
yeah.
is more than, I mean, that's why we like to hear what everybody wants to do it.
And that comes back to the virtual meeting. A lot of people would like to have a say on how it's spent or used for the town.
Right.
And they're not able to because they're not able to come for various reasons. And because of the spike, and then now there's a lot more deaths, and there's a new variant and breakthrough cases for people who are vaccinated, they should be brought back so that people do have the ability to have input onto, how these funds are going to be spent. and other things in town.
I guess, I mean, I'm willing to discuss with you guys if you want to do a month by month on it.
And also, Bob Tobin has volunteered to do it if you would bring it back, is what I was told.
I don't see why if somebody has input on anything, they can't either send us an email or a letter or call us. Our names and addresses are all on the website.
But they want to be able to attend these meetings virtually or somehow and have input at the meetings, not just one-on-one. And
It wouldn't be one-on-one, they would write
why
a
are you
vote.
so against it? I mean, what, are you trying to hide something or?
No, I'm not trying to hide anything at all. It was a very, very, very difficult, upsetting process. Couldn't hear people half the time, sounded like they were screeching. The technology simply did not work.
I had no problems with it.
Well, I did. And I know many other people
And
did.
because you didn't like it, that's the reason it's not coming back.
Many other towns didn't use it either.
So you're not going to even consider it?
I'm one person. That's my opinion. You asked for it, I gave it to you.
Okay.
You know, I guess my thoughts are, like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing it, you know, and we're not up for a vote right now. I'm just saying, maybe on a month-by-month basis, that we'd vote this month if we were gonna do it for next month, and then the same meeting, we'd have to keep carrying it over, so it's not 100%. And I'm not sure if there's anything on the agendas for October where, you know, it's too early to.
I just really don't see why, you know, people can't respond to something that concerns them when they see the agenda posted.
But I can't really see why you are so against it.
I just told you, because it was very cumbersome. People were out of control. People were sitting there photographed, drinking alcohol, watching the meeting.
So what?
We're not the town.
They're in their homes, they can do what they want as they're watching.
I think that's pretty disrespectful. They certainly wouldn't come here with an open container, would they?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not going to debate it, but that's my opinion. I felt like I was being used as the town entertainment instead of a somber meeting. And certainly when people are drinking, I don't think they're capable of making good decisions.
Yes, but there's a very big lack of transparency, and people are seeing you not as entertainment. People have told me they see you as trying to hide something. Or,
Like what? Give me an example. What are we hiding?
well, for instance, when they had the League of Town and Cities do the conflict of interest, you changed the words around.
So?
And you did admit you did it, but it changed the whole thing. And
Not really. It changed one sentence.
what are you hiding?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that's what I said. Give me an example. What do you think I'm hiding?
Okay. We'll see.
Any other public comment? If there's no other public comment, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Motion to adjourn at 7:25. All those in favor, please say aye. Okay, thank you all for attending.